Hello Cancer, I'm Lucy Ravenstone and welcome to my channel. Part 2 for you. So as I said before at the end of your last one, I forgot to say in the beginning, this is part 2. So if you haven't watched part 1, go and check that out first, because this is crossing energies for that reading that I just did. So I'm just going to jump right in and start shuffling. I'm holding the wrong cards, so let me pick the right cards up first. Oh dear, what a day. So I'm about to start shuffling for your crossing energies of the reading I just did. So again, check out part 1. That one wanted to come. I am feeling very optimistic for you of where life is heading for you this year. I kind of feel like I'm having this exciting, and I feel like for quite a few signs actually have given me that this month. We are coming towards mid-month now, so we should be starting to see some progress in areas that we kind of been working on this year. The energies have felt progressive and just bringing so much forward. Okay, those two. That I feel like we've all going through transitions, which we're all going through transitions, and we're all going through something really crazy that's kind of just unraveling us and opening up some new opportunities and stuff. I kind of love it. I'm not loving my experience, I must say, but it's kind of exciting though. Things are changing. Okay, so the energy moving from that Judgment reverse to that Seven of Wands, the energy that's influencing this. So we kind of had kind of feeling like a lot's coming at us and something blocking your energy, your moods. Thing is literally Hangman, so it's literally you. You are blocking your energy, and this is what's influencing it. It's your mode. The thing is, like, the Hangman really is about he's choosing to be in the situation that he's in. Okay, and that's kind of here, like when we're in a mood and we choose to stay in that mood, we choose not to kind of nurture or see what it is. This is us choosing to kind of just keep influencing, like allowing that influence to affect our everyday life and the people around us. And that's the vibe I'm getting here for you. Is like you're in this because you're choosing to stick around within it. And I do get this sense of, again, he does feel toddler-like, as in putting your feet down. You know, like the Hangman in this is her arms are behind her back. It is a lady on this one, I think. Arms are behind her back. And I'm getting this sense of just being like, I don't want to. I'm always the one. I'm always the strength. I'm always the one pushing forward, and I don't want to. And that's the vibe I'm getting from this. And that is that stagnant energy, that toddler energy that I'm feeling for you, Cancer. And it does feel like you have so much around you, and you're just choosing to kind of focus on the one thing, focus on something that is just staying you in that moment. So have a think on that, Cancer. So moving on from the Seven of Cups, Seven of Wands energy, where I basically said that it's like there's so much coming at you, fingers pointing, kind of like too much going on, and then that abundance around you, but you kind of just in this mood that you are not able to sense it. Crossing energy is the Page of Wands. Interesting. Okay. So the Page of Wands is kind of a good luck card, and I kind of feel like this is it. You see, you've got you in this mood, and there's so much going on, but you kind of have a lot of luck around you, a lot of love, and I feel like you have people to communicate with as well. And this is the Page of Wands is all about communication. It's a good luck card. It's kind of like luck changing as well. So I do feel like you have this influence here of you. Kind of still reaping rewards and great things going on around you, but there's a negative aspect you're focusing on, which I don't really fully understand in this Page of Wands. She is all kind of confident. Okay, so I do get a tear in the face. It's like kind of what is there in this thing. It is a mood, it's like a sadness or just something which is negatively influencing you. Now I do get a sense of a tear on this card, so it's giving me this kind of a little bit of sadness energy within it, which is not typical of this card. So I do feel like there is a sadness within this good luck, so I don't understand that fully. I kind of get in a sense of it being like, I don't know how to word this. So it kind of feels like you feel like you don't deserve the look that you're getting, or deserve the love that you're getting, or the support. I feel like it's kind of like that. And this really can actually, it's making more sense to me as I'm speaking. Sometimes like we don't feel worthy of what we're receiving when we're in this mood. When something negative's happening in our life, we don't feel worthy. And this is what it's giving me, because this is all about the crossing energy being like, you know, we have this good look and this communication, good things around us. But again, yeah, I am focusing, and what is drawing me is not even on the freaking picture. But like it feels like a sadness coming from her eye. So I think herself is sad within all this great stuff going on, which is very intriguing. Okay, crossing energy from that loving support, that feminine energy of support, and that feeling of something, waiting for something to come in, or you being owed something. That was the vibe of the Three of Pentacles reversed. It's definitely something that hidden from you, something that you're waiting for. We have the Eight of Swords, and this is all about anxiety as well, and trapped. And this is what's influencing this area and what you're feeling around this area. And I definitely get that sense of anxiety around it. But it's giving me this, frustration, sneaky. Again, the exact same energy as the Seven of Swords. It's giving me this kind of manipulating energy of something off around you, something creating this dynamic for you, is what's influencing this. So I feel like you really do need to lean on your girlies for this. Okay, so then a crossing energy that's going from that Three of Pentacles to the Seven of Swords. We have the Hierophant. Now this is a really good card. This is like, this card basically is kind of like wisdom. It's the knowing, and this to me is like saying like, you know the type of person this is. You are wise around this. This is what's influencing you in it and creating this mood. I feel like because you know, you're knowledgeable, like you've been through this so many times, you've been in this situation surrounded by this person's energy, is kind of how I want to say this. Now the Hierophant is a really great card because he is wise and he is knowledgeable, and he kind of comes out on top because he does have all the answers. He's done his work spiritually. He is the more enlightened of all of us, and I feel like that's here. It's like knowing that you are more enlightened. I do feel like this is like knowing that you are on the right side of this as well. Interesting. Crossing energy from the Ace of Wands and the Three of Swords. The energy crossing the Ace of Wands and that Three of Swords. So the Ace of Wands was this, basically explore your hobbies, and I also got a sense from both of these cards, which come through a lot stronger. It's something to do with the passing on of your information, like be wary of a diary, be wary of something you've shared with somebody, texts, emails, anything that can be used against you. It feels like this is a betrayal here. The crossing energy for that is Nine of Pentacles, which is very interesting. So I feel like in regards to the hobbies, I feel like again this can be something that could be prosperous for you, and it just feel like surprisingly it could lead you somewhere. It does feel a little bit like with this person betraying you, it's like giving me this like whatever vibe, like you just like, of course that's happened, it's like another thing. It doesn't actually feel like it's surprising there. That is quite interesting, because before I kind of got a sense that it could be surprising for you, but I'm getting this sense of it not being surprising to you. And I kind of feel like you're going to see it as like this person's so naive. There is a dove in the imagery, so it's like kind of being a little bit like, oh, look at her, all innocent and going off to other people. So I kind of feel like this person that's going to betray you, it's going to be really like you're looked down upon them. You realize like that you are the better person here. And this is where I feel like it is prosperous for you. It is an accomplishment, because I feel like it's kind of just the way that it's going to be taken definitely is giving me vibes of like, you know, when you find out the truth about someone, you're like, well, now I know the real truth about them, I can get rid of them. It's giving me that kind of vibe. So with this, from that to the reverse Three of Cups, which is the exact same energy, we have Eight of Pentacles. So you have Nine of Pentacles and Eight of Pentacles. With this, the Eight of Pentacles does give me this vibe of kind of, it's like feeling as though, and like both of these accomplish things, but it's like feeling as though it doesn't matter what's going on around you. You are focusing on one thing. So again, both these cards are about achievement, and I definitely feel like it's going to be opening doors. Like this column is the creating of movements. So I am feeling that the crossing energy here is the whole point is to open doors for you. It's going to bring in abundance, prosperity, all that kind of vibes that you're craving, that's been blocked. It's kind of opening up here with these realizations and with this coming of information, spreading of information. And again, buzzy bees, there's bees in here. She's a little beekeeper. The buzzy bees as well, to me, can insinuate people going buzz 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 and passing of messages. But yeah, it seems like it's going to be really quite productive for you, actually, rather than opposing. So I'm really loving that energy in there. And that can be why this is feeling exciting for me, because it's like it's getting somewhere. I'm sorry, my son is like, no clothes on. He's supposed to be in bed. He's gotten out of bed 5 times since I've been doing this. And I've been laying with him for half an hour. So we are making do. Honestly, single mom life it sucks. Pentacles, King of Pentacles, the crossing energy from the King of Pentacles to the Two of Cups. We have the Nine of Wands. Now I feel like did we have Wands? Here we go, what was we? We had 7 of Wands. Okay, 9 of Wands, we are different. She's giving me sadness as well. So this is crossing energy from that King energy to the wanting something. That is what I'm feeling. She's craving something. She's desiring something. Now she's holding on to her wand, but there is no fruit there. So this is what I mean by this craving and wanting of something. I will give you the look and what I am seeing. So I'm seeing that she's wanting them to, be fertile, but it's kind of like it's autumn and it's coming into the colder months. So that makes sense here. And this could indicate that actually, during this time of this King energy, so this kind of situation, I want to say that it may come into a completion at the beginning of winter. So bear that in mind, because that's quite interesting to come through. Yeah, you are ready to set your boundaries. You are ready to build your support. And use this as your strength. And this is craving energy. You are seeking somebody, a deeper connection, and it's that craving for support and somebody who respects your boundaries and respects you like enough to support you in your decisions, in your endeavors. That's the kind of vibe I feel with that. So moving on from that Two of Cups energy to the King of Wands, 2 cards came out as the crossing energies for that. And we have the Ace of Swords and the Six of Wands, which is interesting. So the Ace of Swords, I usually see, when I read this, I kind of feel like it's a time to hold on to your ideals, hold on to something. And it really, this card represents making a change. And like with swords, we think directly. Now you had over here, I'm trying to remember exactly which card it was. Something about taking your time, making a decision. This here is it. It's about making the change and making decisions. And I feel like with this flow, it's over here. This is now you're making decisions to change, and you'll be successful in this. I definitely feel this really look changing towards the end of this last column. So these being the crossing energies, you use making the change and it being successful for yourself. Moving towards, again, the Six of Wands, which is a victory, a triumph. So I definitely feel like things are coming to the end. And this is that winter card as well that I was vibing. It's kind of like you really winning, coming out on top. And both of the Ace of Swords and the Six of Wands, like he's going to make a change, going to come out on top. You're going to get the victory and the glory here. You will be triumphant. And holding all the cards is what I want to say with that Six of Wands. And he's a wise old owl as well, which to me it's like, again, you here are flowing your intuition and being the wiser one, being the one that is in the knowing. I'm loving this for you, Cancer. I hope this makes sense, because again, I'm really sorry I did have to stop and start, and I really don't want to re-record this tomorrow and lose the flow of the reading that I just did. So please comment below if this really worked for you, being the part 1 and 2, and I hope this works in the way it should, because I really don't know what I have recorded. And thank you very much, Cancer. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you next month.